Hello to users. Thank you for visiting Muslim to Jesus. Today I'm gonna share my testimony. I was a churchgoer until age of 24. I was brought up in a good Christian family. My father is the elder and my mother is like same equivalent or whatnot, but even though your parents are a good Christian doesn't mean that yourself will be, but it does give you a good guideline. Though my parents, I thank them for being very liberal. They were really not pushing me to go to church, and they gave me freedom of me to explore the world, and we've been traveling around many places. And what happened was, until the age of 24, until I was 24, I was basically what people say a churchgoer. My main concern in my life was money, how to live rich, fulfilling, famous, fame. I also want, because I was brought up, a lot of families members mainly are guys. I have great sort of interest about girls. I don't know what they like. I still try to find out what they are, what they like and stuff. But that was my main tension, my main task in my life. That I just want to be popular among girls and be rich and have Ferrari, big house, So while I am in service, while I'm listening to pastor's word, while I'm reading the Bible, while I'm worship song, praying, my main focus is to just look good. I want to look good next to people. I want to look holy to the people next to me, and it wasn't really fulfilling. And until the age of 18, I wasn't really a thinking guy. And when I became 18, 19, not a lot of good things happened in our family. We were struggling a bit financially, but not that bad. But I was very depressed. So starting from 18, now I'm 28. But until 24, age of 24, I was seriously depressed. I cried a lot. I know guys not supposed to cry a lot, but I did cry a lot. And I was searching for something, and it wasn't there. But one day, as it is recommended by my pastor, we went to Greece, and we were teaching English to basic English. So I'm not qualified English teacher, but I was teaching basic English to the war refugees, and mainly there were I was trying to look good again. Still have the old self. Anyway, there were mainly Afghanistanis. I think there were some Somalians, Iran, and majority of them. There were about 50 of them, and they were great people. They didn't speak English at all, but I was using a lot of body language to communicate with them, and I could see daily, they were really focusing on their studies, so they were good students as well. They were like improving vastly daily as we were teaching English. And we also provide them food as well. But I wasn't really expecting anything from there. I wasn't really searching for God. I just wanted to go somewhere abroad, and I thought Greece was going to be fantastic, and it was. But I didn't search for God, but God found me. And it was the very last day. As we were teaching, we were there for 10 days, and each class, there were 7 classes, and each class had to perform some sort of play or song or anything. And our class, there was this guy called Namish. He was one of my best students. He's from Afghanistan. He told me that a lot of his family died because of war, all he saw was red um, on his crown, and he actually swam all the way through the continent to land on Greece. And we know that people in Greece don't mind war refugees staying in Greece because they know that they're not going to stay there that long. They know that Greece is the gateway to Europe, so you see that not a lot of people stay in Greece that long. Anyway, Namish asked me to join him and my mate from church. So three of us, we were singing this hymn song, There Is None Like You. It's called There Is None Like You, and I know a lot of Christians will know this worship song. It goes, there is none like you. And Namish was a terrible singer, I have to admit. And we were still singing along, and I was very embarrassed. I still have the video clip, and you can see me like embarrassed. But he was keep singing along, and as I was singing along and thinking, why is this guy singing, even though he knows that he's a terrible singer? And then suddenly in my head, I was going through this, after hearing what he has been through, I was imagining sort of like how tough his life must have been, and I felt sorry for him. But also suddenly, for no reason, I was like crying. I know that I was on the stage, but I couldn't stop crying. And I felt this great compassion towards these guys, and suddenly a message, not like going yo, but sometimes you hear these words, biblical words, going through your head, and the message was, go preach to these people as what I have done to you today. And since then I become, my main focus is to Muslim people. These people are great people. I mean, I know a lot of guys in YouTube, they swear a lot, but in real life they're great people. I feel great compassion on them. I really do love them. And since then my life changed. I lost a lot of weight, but mainly my life wasn't about money. It's not about girls. It's all about him. Amen. It was all about him. And it's not really that huge task to become born again. It's just to, you could still do your job. You can still do what you're doing, but it's your heart of what you are mainly focused at. And from changing my greed of life of this world and changing the center of my life from myself to him, to have Jesus as the center of my life, that's just beautiful. That's when your life starts to change. And having Jesus in you, you'll see great things happening in your life. And that's what I've been doing. So since 24, after I've been to Greece, I've been to north of England, Birmingham, to do door-to-door preaching to Muslim. And anyone who lives in England knows that there's a lot of Muslims in Birmingham. I also went to Kyrgyzstan 2 years ago. Last year, unfortunately, we had a bit of a rest because our church was very busy. And this year, we're planning to visit somewhere in England where there's a rumor. It's not been confirmed yet, but there's a lot of Muslims, war refugees, actually staying in England, and I'm planning to go there this year to do some good preaching. And I recommend any Christian here to do Muslim preaching. It's great. These people are great people because they already believe in the concept of God. It's just we need to show a bit more effort and love of Christ, and they will accept you. They will. It's the good works and love that you show them, and they will be converted. And that's something that is lacking in YouTube. I would love to show them the love of Christ, but it's just video messaging and commenting, which is shame. But anyway, overall, I do love Muslim people, and God asked me to preach to the Muslim people, and I have great passion to them, and I am continuing going to do this until the rest of my life, if that's what God is planning me to do, and I'm sure that's what He asked me to do, and I find great joy in it. Anyway, the time is running out. I hope my testimony wasn't too long for you and boring to you, but thank you for watching this video. And Muslims, please accept Jesus as your Lord. Bye for now.